Hey guys, Thatnub here. I've done reviews of flashlights when I get them, but I've never really kind of done anything after I've gotten them. All of these lights here are from Olight. Some of them I've had for a few years, some of them I barely use, some of them I overuse, some of them I use daily. And I thought I would do a little recap of all my Olights and give you a kind of a 1, 2, 3 year overview of how they're working now. Back in March of 2017, Olight contacted me, and this is the one they sent me. This is the S2R Baton. This currently lives in the Miata, and here is the battery for it, an 18650, which that's probably maybe the third time it's ever been out of there, because this thing charges with a magnet. I love Olight lights that charge like this. They make me happy, except for one. We'll get to that one later. So this one lives in the car, and it will be there for me whenever I need a flashlight. Still worked pretty good. Has all of the settings at work, all the buttons. Basically just sits there, so about once a month I throw it on a charger in the car, and that's pretty much all there is to it. The next light that I got was S1R Baton, and this takes a RCR 123A battery right there, and this lives in the wife's car. Charges with our little USB charger right there. Still works perfect. And whenever I'm in the car, she's got a center console where she has one power in there, and I'll charge this, or I'll charge her backup battery or something like that, and that way it's always topped off. But I don't think she's ever really used this. It's just something that's there, maybe to look for something underneath the seat if she thinks about it without using her everyday carry light. But it still works pretty good. The next light on our list is the R50 Seeker, and this lives on my nightstand and rarely gets used. But if something goes bump in the night, I want some light to be able to see what it is. So that's where that one lives. It uses a micro USB charger, which is fine because I have a couple things that charge over there like that. And this is always plugged in, so it's always topped off and ready to go. And nothing has gone bump in the night out here where we live. So I don't really think I've ever really used it. A little bit of a mark there. So dropped it once or twice. Maybe that was from testing way back when. But still going strong. The next light on our list is my can of sunshine, the X7R Marauder. I think that's probably the first time I've called it that, because at work they have dubbed this the can of sunshine, and there's a reason for that. This thing is bright. This sits on my duty belt at work, and the only real complaint I have about that is this right here. It keeps ripping and tearing. I keep sewing it back together, because otherwise it just sits way down deep. I just need to get a new case or a Kydex holder or something for this thing. But it's better when it sits up like about there, so I can grab it easier. Otherwise I kind of have to reach around with one hand and push it up and then grab it. This thing has been dropped a bunch of times. I remember the first time I dropped it, I was like, oh no. And it was hard on cement. This thing is like 2 pounds. I mean, it is a brick. Look at all these nicks and stuff on here. Charges with a USB-C on the back. Close, open. I use this daily. I mean, every single day I'm at work, I use this thing for probably, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour every day. And I bring it home every day and put it on the charger. This is my outside, find something fast, light up the whole road, the whole neighborhood with one shot. And it has 2 turbos, which I like. And check this out. If it gets something too close, it senses it, and see how it dimmed down? I love playing with that. Another thing I like about it is that if there's any movement at all, if it notices anything, see this little glowy light that says O, but it kind of looks like an eyeball. So in the middle of the darkness, I pull this thing out and I'm like, okay, there's the on button. This is probably one of my favoriteest lights ever. And everybody is so jealous of it at work. But it's spendy. But you know what? Out of all the drama and damage that I've done to this thing, and for it to still be running so strong, worth the money, every cent. Next on our list is the headlamp that I keep in my get home bag. I have never really had to use this. Maybe once or twice changing a tire or something, but I usually use like my everyday carry light or something for that. But you got this little button here on the side for on, and it gets pretty bright. You can dim it down. I like how when you turn it on, it kind of slowly goes on and slowly goes off. So this is the one that I keep in the car, and it is always, well, not in the car, in my get home bag, which kind of hops from car to car with me. And once a year or so, I'll pull it out, and maybe once every 6 months, I'll pull it out and give it a charge. It's got this charging port here in the back, which maybe I'll do since I have it out right now. Got all my charging cables and everything. I just keep it in this. You're starting to see a pattern here about all the stuff that I kind of trust my life to. They're all Olights. When I need something to work, it's going to be an Olight. There is a couple caveats to that, and one of them is right here. This is my M2R Warrior, and let's get its fully charged battery in here. This was the second flashlight that I kept on my duty belt. This was for more personal, kind of close-up work. I set it up to be on buck wild, just with the push of the light in the back, but you saw that? That wasn't a camera trick. It'll turn on and then dim right back down. And that's pretty much where it stays. I can get it to go on to high for a second or two and then just dims down. And that was with a brand new fresh battery installed. So I really like this one too, and it took a magnetic charger, which made me so happy. And then it just kind of stopped working. If I was going to buy another Olight cash out of my pocket, it would probably be this one. Because I really liked, except in the winter, when I wore gloves, I could not, even with the touchy gloves, I could not get this thing to click on and off. where's my, do I have my, no. Yeah, that really kind of bothered me. But it was nice. It fits in the hand good. I can turn it on kind of low. If you need to get up and close and personal, read somebody's ID or something like that. Yep, I really like this light, except it won't stay on buck wild, and that is a must for me in my job. Okay, next we have my OLIGHT, what is this, the PL Mini. Let's take this off of here so we aren't playing with dangerous things. And this thing is awesome sauced. I love this light. The only thing that I don't like about this one, even though it uses a magnetic charging base, it uses a special magnetic charging base, which this one is not. And so it's like, no, I don't want to go in there, no. In preparing for this video, I unplugged the charger for this and put it in the pile somewhere, and now that pile is gone. I don't know where the charger for this light is. It's plugged in somewhere, I'm sure. I think we went shooting, and I might have charged it up before we went shooting, but yeah, I don't know where it's at anymore. But this lives on my everyday carry, Burger Security 9. So, put that back. Okay. Next we have the S1 Baton. Does it say it's a mini? I thought it was a mini. Yeah. This has got to be, oh, there it is, mini. This is the S1 Mini Baton, and this is my everyday carry. And I've carried this every day since December of 2017. This takes a RCR 123 battery that recharges right there. I usually don't charge it here because batteries that you can recharge here, sometimes they'll get a little bit of play and then stop charging. So when I do charge this, if all possible, I will charge it on one of my other chargers and not use this piece. But I use this thing daily. In fact, a few times today while trying to find other things, this light was out of my pocket and sitting on the desk here with all the other lights. And then I would go somewhere and try to find something and reach into my pocket for this, and it's gone, and I'd get a little panic, and I remember, oh wait, that's stupid, I'm doing a video on flashlights and I don't have a flashlight. So I'd come back and get it and then look for wherever I was and put it back here so I didn't lose it again, and then go searching for something else, and yeah. But this is always in my pocket. There is, I love this light so much, but there is a, it's having a problem. So when I put it on its buck wild turbo, it'll stay on for a little bit and then kind of kick down. Boom, right there. And it should last longer than that. Do it again. And at some point, yeah, right there it kicked down. So what, like 2-3 seconds? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there we go. It's like, great, now it's not going to do it. I don't really need super turbo mode on my everyday carry light. This is usually for like looking underneath or inside of, or I don't know, I like that it can go to, what is it, like 600 lumens, I think? It's either 400 or 600 lumens, but it can get pretty bright. Usually I just use it on this mode, and that's all the light I need on its, what, low, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, on its low. But when I need to bonk bonk, it doesn't stay on turbo for too long. It's still my everyday carry, but I might possibly be switching out for something else. But it wouldn't, I don't know, feel right not having an Olight on me in my pocket. I mean, everything that I trust to have work is an Olight, and well, 2 of those I've kind of worn out, I guess. I mean, I have abused this and dropped it and thrown it and whatever it is, and you can see all the blue is kind of worn off of here. So this one here probably doesn't work because of me, and the other one, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, this one probably doesn't work because of me, even though there's not really all that much damage on this one, like dents and stuff. But I'm sure it's just because it got overused. I mean, every single night just pushing this, pushing. And this one here, it's always in my pocket, and I use it daily, I mean, multiple times a day. So, yeah, I might just have to get another one of these. Next is my current on my duty belt, kind of easy to use flashlight. It did not come with a battery, but since this one here did come with a battery and I wasn't using it anymore, then where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Then I took that one out and stuck it in here, and it works fine. And I just charged this one, that battery, in my charger over there, because this light does, I mean, this is a basic light, good quality light, but it doesn't have any floof to it. So no magnetic tail switch, no plug-in charger, didn't even come with a battery. This was just something to get into a good Olight for an inexpensive cost, and that's what it is. But it does work with gloves, so this is my one that I pull out. Click right there. It's already on the mode that I need to be able to see IDs and stuff, nice and easy. I really like this light. I don't have the belt clip on there because I use the holster. The one thing I would say, if I had something to say about this, is that let's get my duty belt out again. And knock that around. See here? That's from this being in here, and then when I sit down and lean upon it or something like that, and it just burns a hole in there until I smell something. I'm like, oh damn, my light's on. Same thing for the bottom. You see the hole that I kind of burnt into there. So I stopped carrying it down, started carrying it up, and then same thing happened. So now, I don't know. Now it's probably switch holsters, because this one here is brand new. And this is the holster that this came in, but that one was already on my belt, so I just said, meh. And I'm sure this one will do the same thing, and I'll lean up against it or something, and it'll eventually just burn this one out too. But for now, this is the one that I keep on my duty belt, M2T Warrior. The next one is my personalized, see it says Thatnub? Thatnub. What is this? The no. This is the I1R. Oh, I guess it says it right there. I1R EOS flashlight. And I love this thing. It goes to a low, a little bit higher, it goes to a high. And remember that I used to have a through night light that did a twisty on and off thing, but you had to like twist to cycle through the modes. And this one is just on and turn it more, and it's a little bit more on. And it will charge right there with a micro USB. So it's a nice light to have on your keychain. I use this, I don't know, maybe like 5 times, almost daily, I guess. about 5 times a week I use this light. I bought these lights for a few people. The wife has one. I think baby girl has one. A couple of the guys at work have one. I mean, this is like a $15 light, I think at max, and sometimes it's down to like $5 or $10. And this is a perfect Christmas present. Get somebody an OLIGHT for $10, $15, and that's awesome. It won't have your name on it like mine does, but it's still pretty cool. And this has been, obviously, look at all the wear on this. It just sits on my keys wherever I be. Next we have the i3T EOS, and this is clipped onto my get home bag right on the outside. Just has, looks like a low and a high. I've never really had to use this yet because I've never had to get home. And I always have other lights in my pockets or around me. So I've never had to use this. It just stays clipped onto my get home bag and looks pretty. And I think this takes a AAA battery. Yes, which I should replace with a fresh one. And looks like it goes in that way. Nice little just grab off, look in the bag. Oh, I have used this just to grab it and look in the bag because it was sitting right there. Yeah, when I needed some Advil or something for somebody at work, I was like, just grab it out of your get home bag. And they're like, what? I'm like, come on. So this was sitting in there, and I just pulled this off, clicked on, and looked around, found the little aspirin or Advil or whatever it is, a leave. That's what it is, a leave. And I gave it to him and then clipped it back on. So that is always in my vehicle on the outside of my get home bag. Next on our list is the M1T Raider. And this light I played with for a couple, 3 days. Didn't even do any stress tests or anything like that on it. Just kind of used it and did the review on it, and then put it back into its box right here. Just kind of, because I didn't really have a use for it yet. Stuck it back in there, and that was it. And then when this one started acting up, I was like, you know what? Let's just pull this one out. It's a little bit bigger, but I know it works. It's still brand new. And when I put the battery in, it did not work. It's kind of weird. I tried both ways on this. I don't know what is going on, but it just kind of doesn't work. So it takes RC0123. So it's supposed to work with this battery, and it does not. And I know that that battery works because it's in my everyday kit. See? So I was kind of disappointed in that. It worked fantastically until I needed it. And I mean, I used it a couple times, never dropped it, never anythinged it. It's all shiny still. When I was done, opened it up from the bottom here, stuck it back into the box, and that's where it laid. And when I needed it, pulled it out, and it just would not work. I don't get that. Ooh, I wonder, will this switch here work on this? Probably not, but nope. Different thread type. So it kind of disappointed me. But there's that. M1T Raider. So there you have it. all the Olights that I have and all the uses that I have for them and how much I've used them or not used them, any drama that has been involved or not. And I hope this information helped you guys out in making a decision for what kind of flashlight you want to get. Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.